Hey there, fellow marketing students. Professor Wolters here, and today what we're going to talk about is your digital marketing project, because I know a lot of you maybe put off this project a little bit, or you maybe didn't hear everything I talked about in class when I was explaining how to do this digital project. So I want to give you this video so you have kind of a rundown of what I'm going to be looking for and what your companies are going to expect on your digital marketing project, okay? Now, remember, you're working as a consulting firm. You are a digital marketing consulting firm looking to help out this company, okay? And so what I want you to start off with on your project, you're going to start with the social media marketing mission statement. Yes, I know it's a lot to really get out there, but the social media marketing mission statement really, by starting with that, it gives the company kind of an overall idea of what they should be looking for in their social media, and it kind of flows with the rest of the project, because we know, like, look, this is the overlying theme of what we're trying to do with our social media, okay? So I want you to give that to them, okay? You know, it's maybe a sentence or 2 sentences or 3 sentences, something like that, for that social media marketing mission statement. Maybe explain a little bit more about what it really means, but you want to have that kind of like right there at the beginning, have that ready to go, so the company has an idea of, look, this is our overall theme for what we're going to be seeing here with our social media, okay? Now, one of the models I want you to use in the project is the SoStick model, okay? Remember, situation, objective, strategy, tactics, actions, control. You're going to use that. And the thing is, though, you don't have to do it like right in a row. What you could do is kind of integrate this throughout the project. Because think about it, when you're looking at the situation, you're looking at what they're doing now. So you could have maybe a usability study stuff in there for the situation. You can look at your eSWOT analysis. You can have that in there. You can give the numbers of where they're at now, so you have that base that's there, so the company knows this is what we're going to be comparing you to. This is what your base is going to be and where we're hopefully going to grow from, so you can put that in there. And your objectives, what you're looking to do, your goals, these kind of things can kind of spread out. Because think about it, when you're going for your strategies, now you're looking at your overall ideas, what you want to do for social media, like the platforms you might want to use. And then when you get the tactics, here's some examples we're going to have for you. And so you see how different parts of the project will kind of fit into that SoStick model. So you don't necessarily have to just break it down in SoStick here. You can have it kind of flow throughout the project, hitting those main points. Because believe me, I know what I'm looking at, okay? So if you kind of mix it through there, I'll understand, okay? Now, another thing you have to have in there is you've got to have their content strategy. Okay, what is the content that they're going to create? What are the things that they should be focused on? What are they going to be making in terms of if they're going to make videos or posts or white papers or blogs or whatever? You're going to be giving them some of these ideas. And the thing is you're really looking at is what they're going to share. And it could be sharing what they do or what other people do. You're going to have that. And that's why that will lead into that curation topics. These are things you're going to curate or take from other places that you might want to share. And so what I would want for you to do in that curation topic things, give them kind of an explanation of the kind of Twitter feeds or Facebook feeds or whatever that they should be following, that they might want to share that information, but also maybe the companies they don't want to share, okay? So they can kind of learn from there. So remember, we talked about like the casual and curious and stuff like that, making sure you're having posts that relate to all those different people. You do want to do those things. And so I think it's nice if you make the visual graphic, you know, where it's like in the middle circle, that's what the shop is, you know, and then the things we can write about are the next, and there's the periphery topics that we can get from other sources. Make sure you have that for them so they know that, look, you should curate here, stay on these topics and not other topics. That's why when you're looking at this, you're actually creating a social media plan, okay? Because you're going to list out, here are the social media platforms you're going to use. Here's why you're going to use them. Here's who you're going to target with that social media platform, because it could be different for each one. I know for me, I use Twitter to answer questions from fans. I use YouTube to get the videos out there. I use Instagram to kind of short interactions with our fans and followers. You have these different things, and it's really easy if you kind of explain to them, look, you have your demographics, you can look at your key performance indicators or whatever, your analytics will tell you who's looking at this, who's looking at that, who's looking at that. And when you kind of explain why they should use a platform, it makes it easier for the client to understand what's the next platform they should use. Because, you know, no one thought MySpace would go away, and it did, and then Facebook came. Facebook's never going to go away, but do you use Facebook very much if you're a student? No, you're on Instagram and TikTok and Snap and stuff like that. So this is constantly evolving. So you might be talking about, look, you're going to be on a visual platform, and so right now that would be Instagram, okay? And here's what you're going to do, and here's who you're going to target. So you're going to put that out there. And That's why when you're making that social media plan, and it goes in your tactics and stuff like that in the SoStick model, you are going to come up with a 1-year social media plan. And for that 1-year social media plan, you are going to come up with a topic for every single month, okay? And it's not just going to say February, love. No. You're going to say February, the theme is going to be love, and here's the kind of posts that are going to work, and here's how it relates to your clients, here's how it relates to you, so you can have that month by month. And so that gives them an idea of the kind of posts they should be going. Now, they're not going to do just love posts in February and stuff like that, but you can see that, hey, look, we're going to have a theme going on at this time, okay? Also, with that, you might want to look at it in terms of, going week by week. So what I want you to do is I want you to put 3 weeks throughout the year, and you're going to make up the mock-up posts. Okay, if it's a LinkedIn thing, you're going to have like the title of the LinkedIn post, and you can go online. Just look up, Instagram mock posts or LinkedIn mock post. It'll come up on Google. I mean, you guys are better than me at searching for stuff. Come on, you can find these things, and you're going to mock up these posts so they can see what you're talking about. So you can do that, and you might see maybe you have a B2B client, right? And that B2B client maybe only posts twice a week. That's fine. Then you have those 2 LinkedIn posts that you post twice a week, or a Facebook thing here and there. Get some things out there so your clients can really understand what you mean by your explanations in the curation topics or in the content strategy that you have, because that's one of those things that really help them out. That's why another thing I would like you to do is make sure you have some online value propositions. What's going to make the online experience with your business kind of special? Are they going to have online only deals? Are they going to have signups online, stuff like that? So you have to deal with waiting on the phone to make your reservations or something like that? Put in some of these online value propositions to help out your company, because that can go a really long way. Okay. Next thing I would like you to do, I know there's a lot in this project, but don't worry, a lot of it fills in relatively quickly, so you'll get over the page limit, no problem whatsoever. The next thing I want to talk about are key performance indicators, and I know we went through a lot of key performance indicators, and you're like, well, which one should I use? This is up to you. Okay, if you think there's some key performance indicators that are vital for your company, what I would do is say, look, these are the key performance indicators that we think you should follow, that should be on your dashboard. Here's what they mean, and here's what you should be looking for. And you can just kind of explain those things if you don't have the numbers, because I know not every client is going to give you their Instagram numbers or their Facebook numbers and stuff like that. But I want you to kind of have some KPIs that are really going to help these people out. And then the last thing I'd say is if you see any other business recommendations, like something that has come to you while you've been analyzing these things, I always like to have a little bit extra information there for a client, because look, I know you hired us for digital and social media, and I'm putting together a social media package for you, but I saw a few issues along the way. That's where you can put in some of these additional recommendations to help them out. So there is that. Now, when you're looking to write your project, now we have the nuts and bolts kind of things, okay? So what you're going to be doing, this is a 15 to 25 pages or 20 to 25 pages. You'll see, because when you start putting some of those posts in, it will take up a lot of space, okay? So you will overflow the 25 pages, no problem, all right? So don't even worry about that. And if you do go over, it's okay. But 15 to 25 pages, okay? What I'll be looking for, 12 font, Times New Roman. Okay, it's going to be 1.5 line spacing. Make sure you put page numbers on there. I do need a title page that has the name of your company, your information as well. Also, if you're presenting, the day you're going to be present on there, so we have that. Also, you're going to have make sure you have an executive summary in there that goes over the main points. Remember, an executive summary is not an introduction, okay? It is you giving the best recommendations you have. So maybe you say, here's some of your big months, here's some of our best recommendations for you, here's what we want you to do, boom. So they have that. Okay. Also have your table of contents so people can kind of go through to figure things out. And when you're making your project, you always want to make sure you're making it as easy for your client to read as possible. So make sure you're highlighting or bolding those key things, right? Or you're like, oh, here's something you really need to know, or make sure you have that recap at the end. Because this is one thing I see in a lot of college projects is everyone divides up their parts. Like, oh, you do this part, you do this part, but no one does a conclusion. So it's like, and here's some more recommendations. And there's nothing left. Like there's no bot, it's been fun. It's like, here's what we want to do. No, make sure you do have kind of a wrap up there on the end, just to make it easier for your client to kind of, okay, here's what I really got to focus on. Here's those 3 things we should definitely do just to start off with. You can do it that way. And the thing is, if you have recommendations for them, you can do it however you want, but you could develop it like in terms of, here's what we think you should do short term in the next 3 months. Here's what you should do like for the next 6 months. And here's a longer term project you want to look at. you can do those things, okay? So I hope this helps you understand a bit better what this social media digital marketing project's like. If you want to learn more, just hit me up with an email and I'll do my best to help you. Or you can find us at professorwolters.com for more information, so you can kind of see videos that go through each of these different parts. So if you're like, I wasn't paying attention in class that day, well, you have the videos there that can help you, okay? So I wish you all the best, and I'll say bye from a classroom.